guys, welcome back to my channel. It's G from Happiness and Crafting. So just having a quick little play and with the Time for Tea digital kit. So I thought I would try and make some little tea bags. Now in the kit we got some embellishments, quick flip through. This is lovely. This is a really lovely time for tea, and it's you know, really sort of like pretty shabby. So if you wanted to do something for Mother's Day, this is absolutely perfect, which is beautiful, isn't it? Nice little tea room. It's Jude's tea room. Nice wooden background. Oops, we got some little journaling pages in here, some beautiful little journaling cards, some embellishments, some little chalkboard embellishments there, some words, and the backing. These ones are from the Ko-fi and the Friday freebie, which I will be using in the journal anyway. So the other page, let me just pop those to the side a minute, are these little tea bags. So I've made one here, and I just thought I'd just show you how I made it. This is just beautiful. I love it. And I've made a little tea bag to go inside. Whoopsie daisy. And that I've just used a little bit of muslin, and I've got some of this, which is, it's flower confetti. I got this when I was in the UK. It's just sort of like little rose petals, but again, you can pop anything in there, a bit of lavender in there, you could pop some cinnamon or anything like that. And then I thought, on this one I'm going to pop some rose essential oil on there, because it doesn't really matter what it smells like, does it? But if your journal smells nice and pretty, it'll be lovely. And then we've got the little tea bag top hanging off, which I just love. So I'm going to just show you quickly how I do it. I've just turned my iron on actually, because I'm using this muslin or cheesecloth, and this is the one which has got a tighter weave on it. I think this is 90. I think they class it as 90. I'm not sure. Now I'm just going to quickly bring in these towels. I was going to do this before. This is just so I can iron on here. It's not quite flat, and I made it with the wrinkly bits, and it didn't, you know, it was a little bit difficult to do. So let me just quickly run the iron over this. Love my little iron. I use it quite a lot now, especially now I'm doing the little slow stitching. It's nice to sort of like just iron some of the little bits of fabric flat. Right, turn that off. That was nice and quick. I've just got a little roll of little hand towels, which I don't use because they're not really big enough to use in the kitchen, but they're absolutely ideal for my craft room. Right, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to let's just take a slice off here, and we can cut it to size. Now I hope you can sort of see this. Let me just straighten this up. Now I've got my glue gun on because I'm going to glue gun this up. So I'm just going to fold it like that. Okay, so it's roughly that big. Now I'm going to go by size of this one. So yeah, that's roughly the right size. Now this one, shall I measure it for you? I've made this, oh gosh, I have just got cotton bits everywhere. This is 1 3/4 inches by, it's about 1 3/4 inches, so it's like square, roughly. So that's sort of like nearly 4.5 centimeters square. And then I've got a little bit of embroidery thread on there, which is probably about 6 centimeters, or about 2.5 inches. 6 centimeters, something like that. So that's how long I've got it, which is probably quite a nice little size, isn't it? So before I think I cut this out, shall I do let's make the tea bag first then before I cut that out. So I'm just gonna pop that like that, so you can see that. Cut this down. Actually, what I did on the other one, I put this bit at the bottom, so it's at the bottom. I just glued the side, so that's about right size anyway, isn't it? So if I cut it there, like that, perfect. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, before it all unravels, I'm going to just pop it down. I hope you can see this on my table. Just going to pop a little bit of glue just down this edge, like that, not too much. Fold that in half. I did try and sew it, but because it's sort of like cheesecloth, it sort of frays and things like that, and it's really fiddly. So I decided to just chop that. No, I didn't. I mean, just glue it. So let's just open this side up. A little bit of hot glue, and it just sticks really, really well, and very, very quick. So I'm just going to pop that down like that. Stick to my desk, but it just comes off. And then we can just tidy those little bits up like that. Just the little end bits, which is perfect. Gets the little fluffy bits out of the way. Then we've got the little pocket like that, which is lovely. So just make sure they are stuck properly on either side, because you're going to have all your little bits and pieces falling out otherwise. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to open this up and pop a few little rose petals inside. Now again, like I said, you could put lavender in there, which would be beautiful, wouldn't it? Or anything you've got that's you can make sort of smelly, because I think it would be really nice to have a little bit of a nice smelly journal, wouldn't it? So just tuck those in. Let's pop a few more. There we go. You might already have some sort of like little dried flowers or something you can pop in there, but little cinnamon or little cloves would be nice. I do love the smell of cloves. Right, that's that in there. Right, do you think we should pick one of these? Should we do a pink one? Let's do the pink one. I can't glue that up. I should have done this first. I can't glue that up because I need to stick the little bit of string and stuff in there. So all I'm going to do is just cut this out. It's really simple to do. Just cut this in half. Not in half. Cut this down. Like that. I'm not really very prepared today because I wasn't going to do a video. Because I'm going to go out in a minute. So I just need to quickly do this, but I wanted to make some of these, so I thought I'd quickly video it as well. Well, I do it. I wasn't gonna start on the tea time, but it's calling me. It's calling me to make it. So once I start thinking about something, that's it. I just want to sort of like make it. So I'm going to make some bits and pieces to go with it, or make this sort of like the little embellishment bit. So that's your little tab. So all I'm going to do is like fold that in half like that, which has got the Classic Tea Company on there. I'm going to cut the little corners like that, nice and simple. So that's the top. I'm going to just ink that a little bit, just so it's not white. There we go. And then on this one, let me just show you, I've got sort of like got a little bottom bit to it, so it's got like a little gussety bit in there, which I think looks really good. So what we're going to do is we're going to fold this one in half like that, fold that down, and then fold it this way because this is the way it's got to go. And then we've got this little bit here, so we need to sort of like, I'm going to just fold that up. Now you can score that one, but I find it easy just to do it like that on this one. Can you see there's like a little line there? But on the other one, I'm going to get my little score tool and then hold that down and just score a little line along there. Just helps that little bit. So we've got like a score line. Not sure whether you can see that, but we can score that. You can just fold that there. There we go. And then that just folds up, so you've got that little gussety bit in there, like that. Perfect. So let's just go a little bit of ink on there, like that. And what I'm going to use glue, but I'm also going to use my staplerless stapler, which gives you these lovely sort of like marks on here. So it almost looks like a little tea bag mark on there, which is like the little rip marks, which I think look really, really good. I'm going to just pop a little bit of ink in there, just so it's not white, like that, unless you want it white. So perfect, like that. Now I've got two little notches there, so you can cut those out if you like. Well, maybe I will. Maybe I will. Just a tiny little. No, I'm going to do that when I've glued it, actually, so they're in the right place. Right, I'm going to pop a little bit of glue on. Oops. Just down. Oops, the glue comes out. Just down here. Like that. And down this side. Oops. And then let's just stick that together. Okay, perfect. Oops. Make sure they're nicely lined up. Stick those down. I might actually, if I've got any of my little peggy things here, where did they go? Where's my pegs gone? In a minute. I was going to take these. I had 4 somewhere. Oh, there's one. It's clear. I obviously couldn't see it. There we go. Let's just hold that down for a second. Okay, now I'm going to get my little thing. Just take a tiny little notch out like that. Oh, that looks good. There, perfect. And that's where you sort of like rip the paper tea bag bit off. There we go. That looks fab. I didn't do it on this one, so I'm going to do it on this one. There's no tea bag in there. Just like that. That's it. A little bit of ink. Fabulous. Okay, that's that one done. Right, I think that's pretty much glued. Right, I'm going to get my staplerless stapler. Like this. I'm going to pop this right in to make sure it goes right in side, like that. Why are you not? There we go. Push that down. Can you see you've got those lovely little marks on there, which I think look just like a little tea bag. Fabulous. Look at that. Can you see? If I hold it still, I think they look really good. Right, I'm going to just take this. That's what I'm not 100% sure whether these would stay closed. It depends how much you take your tea bag in and out. So that's why I've glued it, just to be on the safe side. But I think that looks fabulous, doesn't it? So that's that done. So let's bring back our little tea bag. Let's pop our little bits that are falling out. I'm going to get, gosh, I really am not prepared, am I? Where's that? Oh, here it is. It's my little bit of embroidery thread. So what shall we have? What did I say it was? Let's just eyeball it on this. I think I said about 6 centimeters, didn't I? So if I do it sort of there. Shall I measure that for you? Oops. yeah, that's 3 inches, or I've done this one 7.5 centimeters, so that's just a little bit longer, but it will be fine. Right, what I'm going to do, I'm going to pop just a tiny bit of glue gun there, just to pop that thread on. So we want to make sure that's stuck in there nicely. Oops, like that. And then I'm going to get my glue and then just glue this on like that. Glue that down, squish that down. Fabulous. And then what I'm going to do, pop this, oh, if I can pick it up, pop this in here, squeeze that in, pop that in there like that, get my glue gun. Actually, I'm going to just pop, let's get that little rose petal out of the way, tiny bit of glue on there, look, pop that on in there. Oh god, don't get your fingers caught in there, look at that, what a mess, my fingernail caught in there. Now I've got a walking little tea bag, pop that in there, hold that down, and then just add a little bit more glue like that. Squash this down. This is just like a little silicone thingamajiggy spatula or something they're called, aren't they? Oops. There we go. Now I'm going to just do that gently. Don't cut your little tea bag top off. Is that attached? Look at that. Isn't that just the cutest? Right, let's see if it will pop into our English breakfast tea. Pop that in there, lovely. Look at that. Oh, I love it. And then you can have that dingly dangling off, or you can sort of like just tuck it in. But I'm just loving them. Shall we pop this one back in its little pot, in its little bag, with all the bits of fluff everywhere? Pop you in there like that. Oh gosh, I didn't put you in there very well. There we go, that's better. So we have 2 lovely little tea bags. We've got the green tea and we've got the English breakfast tea. So I just think they are fab. So I will make these 2, which we have the Earl Grey and we have a chamomile. So lovely. So there we go, guys. These are some simple tea bags. And I think they look fabulous. So they're all ready to go into the journal. So I will be making up a few bits and pieces, I think, this week. We will see how we go. Because like I said, this journal is calling me. So I think I should have to make it. Or I might make a journal. I'm not quite sure whether to make a journal or make like a folio thingy with it. So we shall see. I will have a little play later when I get back. And see what we are going to make. But there we go, guys. There's some little tea bags. I hope you'll give it a go. Details of the kit will be under the video, so do pop along and take a look in the Etsy shop or the Ko-fi shop. So have a fantastic rest of the day. Take care, stay safe, and have fun making tea bags. All right, guys, bye bye.